We're back.
Marvin,
We got our asses kicked, pal.
Jesus Christ, what a terrible year. 2025 sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Hunting wise, 100%.
You seem to get something every year, and I think this is the year that I've seen you post you got something the least.
Yeah, I got some stuff this year.
Yeah.
I didn't get what well, that's not true. I got some stuff that I wanted, but
You got partridge.
I got some partridge. I had a day over Vermont where I filled my limit for the day, which has never happened before. I've shot, I think in Vermont and New Hampshire, you can shoot 4 in a day.
Yep.
I've shot 3 in a day. I don't know how many times, more times than I can count.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never been able to hit that magical 4 number. And I hit that number this year, the first day I hunted over in Vermont. So
Did you take somebody?
My dad went with me.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that was good, and I shot a bear.
You did?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I proceeded to miss every single fucking deer I saw. Not really.
How many did you shoot at?
I shot at 2.
Okay.
So during not early, muzzleloader season in New Hampshire, I saw a spike horn in a brand new spot that I was trying. First day I hunted it. Walked in there, made some grunts. Here he comes. Came right in. I shot. He acted real weird when I shot him, so I knew something was up. He kind of ran off, and I reloaded my muzzleloader. And
acted weird how? Was he just like standing there?
He got hit and ran off, and then he just kind of... Well, actually, what happened was, so he comes in. There was like 2 ridges. There's like a ridge above me, and he was side hilling across the ridge.
Got it.
Here he comes. He got to maybe, I don't know, 50, 60 yards. Like, meh. And he stopped, and he looked at me, and I, kapow. Giving it with a muzzleloader, so I didn't see anything for a moment. I picked him up on the left side of the smoke, and he was down on the ground twitching. I was like, oh, he's dead. So I get to reload my muzzleloader, put the new cap in, and I look up, and all of a sudden he's standing up, walking away, and I was like, oh. So then I yelled at him again, and he looked back at me again, and I shot again, and that shot must have missed.
Mm-hmm. So
he did kind of a half circle, came right back to me. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I reload again and get it all ready. He's standing there looking at me, and I put the gun up, and by now I'm just shaking.
Yeah.
Not from nervousness, just like, oh my God, I'm pretty sure I've hit this deer, and it's just not going down. I sit down on the ground, and I try to use my knee as like a rest.
Yeah.
But right as I do that, he walks off behind some trees, and I can't get another shot at him. So we ended up chasing that deer I called a buddy of mine. And we ended up tracking that deer for quite a long time. And eventually, we just lost blood and couldn't find it.
I have had a similar story to that. This is 2 years ago. Actually, I was sitting in that blind, the porta potty. I was sitting in the porta potty.
Oh, yeah, on the pipeline.
And out came a spike buck. I shot it, and I saw it go down. And I was like, okay, and I watched it for a little while, and I don't really see it moving. Like it walked a little bit, or like it jumped a little bit and then just fell.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it, and I'm looking at it through the scope. It wasn't really moving. I'm like, okay, so I get up and I start going toward it. Fucker suddenly got up.
Yeah, he was bedded down.
Yeah, and then jumped off into the woods, and the thing that aggravated me the most is I don't really know if it ended up staying alive or not, because what happened is it started raining, and any blood trail that was there was gone. I don't like talking about that because I don't like the idea of me wounding a deer.
Well, that's the thing with this deer that I shot with my muzzleloader is it's the not knowing that sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
we didn't find a ton of blood. The blood we found looked okay, so it's like, what we were thinking was I hit it high and back.
Yeah. I think I did. I think that's what I did.
So we're not sure if it'll live or not. It's hard to tell. Yeah.
I mean, if I can see a deer with a giant hole like that in its backside and still walking around just fine, I'm like, yeah, okay.
But and then during the late Vermont muzzleloader season, I I drew a doe tag this year
Mm-hmm.
for a unit, and I've shot a deer in this. I shot a deer the season before, a doe in this unit during the early season. So I dropped. So it's basically this farmland. There's this big ridge right through the middle of it, and so I dropped my buddy off on the opposite side of the ridge, and I came in from my side of the ridge. We kind of just worked towards each other. And so I start working in, and there's some kind of fresh tracks, nothing that's really grabbing my interest. Well, the further I walked up the ridge, the fresher the tracks got, and the more concentrated they got. And I was like, I'm fixing to see a deer here any moment. And so I kind of get up to the top side of the ridge, and the way it was kind of working was I would come up over a rise, and then there'd be a bowl down here that I could look into. So I come up over the top of this rise, and I look down at the bowl, and there's 8 of them standing there. 8 slick heads, and I was like, whoa. Okay. And they don't know I'm there. There may be there's a bunch of deer everywhere at different ranges, but they're anywhere from, I would say, 50 to 100 yards away. The closest ones were 50, the furthest ones were 100 yards away. And so I get my gun up there. There's a tree right here, and a nice, solid little tree. Like, all right, I'll get a nice rest right there. So I set the gun on the side of the tree, and I pick out the biggest doe, which was, I don't know, I would guess she was 70, 80 yards away. And they're feeding. There's some oak trees up in there. They're feeding on the acorns. And so she gives me a slightly quartering away shot, a shot I've taken before. So I click the hammer back and squeeze off a shot, and kapow. And I all but knew this deer was dead. Like, this is a situation that's happened to me before. No doubt in my mind, I just killed this deer. And the smoke clears, and I just see them all running off together. No deer. No deer laying on the ground. So I was like, all right, maybe I hit her so bad enough that she ran off. Not that hitting one and it running off is a bad shot always, but all right. So I walked down. There's this funny looking tree she was standing beside that I could pick out super easy. I was like, all right. So I reload my gun, and I walked down that tree, and I could see right where she was standing. And then I saw the running tracks where she jumped and started running. No hair, no blood. I was like, all right. And they, like I said, there was like 8 of them. So they all ran off together. So eventually I just lost the track in with all the other deer. But I tracked these deer for hundreds of yards, and I never found a speck of blood. And never found where this deer even felt like it was hurt. So I had to have missed it.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't miss it, I don't know what to tell you. But
that was the only...
And that's why this fucking muzzleloader is getting traded in. I don't care that it's a TC and it's a good one. It's getting fucking traded. Yeah. If I can't trust the gun, I'm not going to use it. So, given it was probably me, I'm just fucking pissed.
Yeah, you're just angry at it.
Yeah, fuck that gun.
But no, you still had more action than me. You at least shot.
Yeah, shot twice during the season.
I passed up on a bear cub. That's literally all I saw.
Why'd you pass up?
Why'd you pass him? That little guy was so tiny. But that's the only thing that I saw. Went hunting with my grandfather in Maine, which is the first time I ever went hunting in Maine, now that I'm a maniac. Marvin, we have to go out there.
We're going.
We didn't see anything when we were out there, but I'm telling you, there were signs everywhere out there. You could see where they were crossing the roads. You could see where they were, or the dirt road that goes up in there. You could see where they're going up all the logging trails. And there's so much fucking land out there that's just public that you can just go on. And I'm like, and it's like, if you don't
sounds like my kind of place.
And there's so much of it. And it's like, if you go on one spot and like, there's nothing here, go like a half mile up the fucking road.
Yeah.
And you could just, not even a half mile up the road, and you could see all sorts of stuff. Moose sign, there's coyote sign, there was everything up there. Lots of beavers, because there's a big bog area down in there too.
Which deer love beaver ponds. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
But they do.
I know moose do.
That's what all the old timers that killed giants will tell you that too.
Okay.
Especially when you're in the big woods like that. Some of those beaver cuts where they cut down a bunch of trees will let sunlight go down in, so you get that nice green regrowth on the ground.
Yeah.
So not only is it pinch points, but there's some, especially when you're, like I say, when you're out in the big woods, there's some rare, fresh feed on the ground for them. So it's one of these spots.
The big thing about that area is no service.
Yeah.
There's none of it. Once you get past a certain point, there's absolutely
which
none.
Luckily, as long as we can download an Onyx map before we leave.
That's what I was planning on doing.
Onyx offline is a godsend.
Yes. I agree. I am falling in love with that app. I got to go with my grandfather he's 83. So I'm like, we're not going to see anything. He doesn't like going out in the morning, doesn't like staying out too late. He's just, I'm just going to go with him and I'm going to
Let's
look
go have
around
lunch in the woods.
pretty fucking much. Yeah. But it introduced me to that area. And now I know it quite a bit because I was out there with him for 3-4 days. So I know it a little bit more and know where to go and stuff like that. And I'm a little more familiar with it. And there's just so much that you can explore out there. Even if we're out there for a full fucking week, you're not going to get it all. But so I started hunting, in that spot that we were working on.
Splice in footage now.
Yes. We're working back there during the summer, and I'm still going to work back there. But you and I kind of just walked around. There was during partridge hunting, and we were just kind of walking around, fucking around. And so I kind of followed that trail, and I sat down in the spot because I'm like, there's clearly an intersection here that deer are coming in through here, right? Because there was snow on the ground. It was perfect, and I could see the tracks. I could do all that.
New tracks, looking good.
And I'm like, okay, I'm going to sit right here. And I sat there for about an hour, and I hear something come in behind me. And it's making that cadence where I'm like, that's a deer.
Yeah, that offset for...
Yes.
4 different steps.
Yes. And I'm like, that's a deer. And it's coming in behind me. So the way how I'm sitting, it's not like I can turn. So I literally just laid down and then rolled slowly. And I was like, kind of like on a hill. So I was kind of like protected by the hill. And I can't see her. And she's in this thick brush. And eventually I do see her. I see the body, and then I see her head pop up. But I still can't quite tell because I'm using that 32.
Right, so you don't have a scope.
I don't have a scope. And I'm telling you, I'm very happy I didn't have a scope just because of how kind of like close it was. And I see her head pop up, and I can't quite tell if that's a spike buck or not because it's got all this brush all around it. And then she gets in a little bit closer. And this was like 30 minutes of this horse shit. Probably really wasn't 30 minutes. It was probably more like...
It felt like 30 minutes.
It felt like 10 hours.
Yeah.
Only to be like, it's a fucking doe.
Yeah.
I'm like, you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And then on the last day that I went hunting, and I think I even messaged you saying, I think I'm done for this season.
Yeah, you did.
I was sitting in that shack that was up there, and, I'm facing the opposite direction of where you should be sitting because I know that the deer are coming below me instead of above me. And sure enough, out came another doe. And a part of me was like, bitch, it's that same fucking bitch. It came out from above.
Could be.
It was a very frustrating season for everything except turkey. Turkey was a little bit more fun.
Yeah, a little bit of excitement there.
And then I had to have surgery, so that put an end to that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I almost died.
Slicing a picture of like your surgery wounds.
Oh, it was awful. It was awful. I literally go to the emergency room. Or no, I go into a walk-in, and I'm like, they're just gonna give me some antibiotics and send me on my way. He fucking
big deal.
He fucking takes my blood pressure and says, your BP is dropping. You are a sick puppy. You need to go to the ER now. And I'm like, okay, fuck. He's like, you want us to get you an ambulance? I'm like, fuck that. I ain't paying that. So I'll drive myself. I'll drive myself to the fucking ER.
You are your dad's son. That's the most Tim Noyes shit I've ever heard in my life.
That put an end to turkey season.
Yeah.
Shit fucking year. What a terrible year.
The most fun I had all year was hunting over in New York. That was so much fun.
You did get to hunt in New York.
So my entire hunting career, I've hunted in New Hampshire and Vermont.
Right.
Which has open land laws. I've talked about open land laws before on the podcast. Like that or hate it?
I like it.
And so I've talked about it before. We might splice in a clip here or not. But so over in New York, it's not open land laws.
Yeah.
Private property is private property, and you need written permission. If not, you got to hunt public property. Mm-hmm. I went over there for the last day of muzzleloader season and the first few days of New York rifle season. So I found some public land over there that looked really good. I kind of went over there that last day of muzzleloader season and had the muzzleloader with me and just did some walking and some scouting and stuff like that and Found some stuff I like the looks of. New York's interesting because it's the terrain and the woods and stuff like that is very similar to here.
Mm-hmm.
I was hunting in the Adirondacks, which are, have never been logged, at least not in a long, long, long time. And so it's like hunting around here, but it's got a different vibe to it. You're like this feels like hunting at home, but it's just different. And then you kind of start to realize the difference is there's no stumps and there's no old skidder trails.
Yep. Okay.
Which is like old stumps and old skidder trails is like how you get your bearings around here.
I was gonna say that would probably freak me out.
Yeah. I found this area I really liked, and I ended up seeing deer every day. I saw a bear too while I was out there. I could have shot the bear, but it was the first day of my hunt, so I didn't want to end it.
Oh, I wanted to say this that I found out. Speaking of bear season in Maine, anyways, the end of bear season and the beginning of deer season over there overlap by quite a lot.
Good.
So I'm all excited.
It overlaps with muzzleloader season here.
Yes. Regular deer season is like late here.
Yeah.
In New Hampshire for some fucking reason. But in Maine, it's pretty much the very first day of November usually.
Yeah. Found some cool stuff over there. Saw deer every day. I didn't end up killing anything, but it was pretty damn cool. It was a lot of fun to hunt a brand new place with a blank slate.
Mm-hmm.
Just go in and like figure it out for a few days.
I admire that about you, like there's no tomorrow, because that shit that terrifies me. That shit terrifies me.
It's so much. Of course, hunting around here is kind of whatever now to me.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great, and I've got my spots and stuff. I got good spots, and I've killed some good deer around here. But there's something about never being somewhere and trying to figure out where the deer are. It's like there's something super intriguing about that to me.
If I'm with somebody, I'm down.
Yeah.
I am so paranoid.
Yeah.
I'm going to lose my bearings.
Well, the thing about it, you just got to look at the laws until you're sick of them.
Yeah.
You got to look at the laws so long that you're just like, okay, I know what the laws are.
Yeah.
I don't need to fucking second guess myself.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go.
Yeah. Well, that's now how I looked at Maine. Yeah. But
what was nice was that first day I went over there, I ended up running into some hunters over there from New York. And I had a couple questions about some things, and I just shot it that way, and they answered me what my questions were, and it was great.
Probably the moment you turned your back on them, they're like, that fucking idiot.
Yeah. This guy's gonna get arrested.
So you got to go to New York. I got to finally do Maine.
Do Maine, yeah.
Yeah.
Planning on going back to New York again this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got a week off during the early muzzleloader season over there. I've taken a week off from work, and that certain unit that I was hunting in is any deer.
It is any
during
deer.
That week. So,
okay.
Which is great. So it's going to be bear season and deer season. Basically, if I see a bear or if I see a deer, I'm fucking shooting it. So saw a lot of partridge while I was over there too, which I didn't know if I would or not. So
I know you wouldn't believe it by when you walked out back of Aunt Ree's with me, but I'm telling you, there's fucking partridge everywhere back there.
I mean, it's perfect cover for them.
Thinking about, since this is the first episode of 2026, kind of like goals or what shit that we want to kind of do this year. And I got to tell you, my goal is to actually get something this year.
And hopefully get it on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fucking sick. I'm really looking forward to turkey season again.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to turkey season this year, because last year, for whatever reason, I wasn't super into it.
Yeah.
And then this year, I'm just like, I'm ready to.
You're ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I think I might try going over to New York to turkey hunt.
To turkey hunt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for something new, just for something to try. Again, I'm gonna have to hunt public land, which is gonna make turkey hunting really fucking hard. But I'm gonna take a weekend and just go over there, and if I get my ass handed to me, I do. If I don't, I don't. So
I might go this turkey season in Maine. I might go turkey hunting up by the Old Town area.
Sure.
Because I now know a guy who has quite a bit of farmland. He owns quite a bit of farmland up there. I've become decent friends with him, and he's saying, you want to hunt turkey?
Yeah, kill them all.
Get
them off my fucking property.
Come on. So I might take him up on that. Also, my grandpa has never gone either. He's never gone turkey hunting. And a part of me says, you know what? he won't have the gun or anything, but if he, joins me and we find a spot to sit,
Yeah.
he'll be fine.
Don't know until you try.
Yeah, you don't know until you try, and he's 84 years old. I want to spend as much time with him as I possibly can.
Oh, of course.
Kind of deal.
That's why I take time to hunt with my dad during turkey season.
Yeah.
I will always take spending time with my dad, chasing turkeys around, versus chasing turkeys around by myself and probably actually getting something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 20-pound bird.
Yeah.
You get 5 pounds of meat off of it. It's not that big of a deal.
You're right. Yeah.
It's not something that you fill the freezer with. But it is like the funnest thing you can do in the woods.
Yes, I'd agree with that. And and it also kind of just goes with hunting with a buddy in general. I've noticed that if I'm hunting with a buddy and we see jack shit, I've still had a good time.
Yeah, 100%.
But if I'm hunting by myself and I don't see jack shit,
the way I like to talk about it is, if you're drinking by yourself in your apartment, you're an alcoholic. If you're drinking at the bar with your friends, you're just having fun with your friends.
Man, was I fucking miserable last season.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And I remember I was bitching to you about it. I was like, I can't fucking, this is awful.
Yeah. The thing is like hunting around here especially, we don't have high deer densities, so
no,
you're not going to see a deer every single time you go out, no matter how good you are. But when you see nothing, nothing, it gets old fast.
And days in a row, multi-days in a row.
When you're sitting there and it's like, I've been hunting for the last 3 days. That's like, 20 hours, God knows how long.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen nothing. It's just like,
It's infuriating.
It gets to a point where it's like, I could be at home comfy on the couch.
Yes. And especially during there's that brief like cold period we had in November when I was deer hunting. And I'm like, this sucks. This fucking sucks. Yeah. And then bear season infuriated me a little bit more because they were there.
You just weren't seeing them.
They were there. And they were even going after the bait when you can't shoot them.
Yeah.
And that was what was infuriating about that. And they weren't small; they were good-sized bears, and there's 3 or 4 of them. But they would come in at night or just before legal shooting.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
The bear I shot. I think we talked about the bear I shot on the podcast.
Yes, we did.
That was pure luck.
Yes,
because we had a camera over the bait site and stuff like that, and they were coming in some, but not like.
Not regularly.
Not regularly, and an overwhelming amount of the time it was during the dark.
Yes.
And I just chose a random day to sit there because I wasn't doing nothing, and sure enough, I sat there for half an hour, and the more time you put in, the more luck you have.
Oh yeah, I am aware of that.
Yeah. The more you hunt, the more you realize that there's no such thing as coincidence.
And it's not like the spots that I'm sitting are bad.
No.
It's just a lot of it came with the bear. It came down to the hours that they're coming in. And then where I was sitting down earlier, there were so many does. There were no bucks.
That place at Mark's, I mean, there is guys in this state that would kill to hunt land like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so...
I know that. I know because my grandfather, who owned it before Mark, fucking had it public.
Yeah.
Anybody who wanted to go back there.
I don't have any spots that are
and it was full of people.
Yeah.
You couldn't walk back there without fear of getting fucking shot.
Yeah.
During deer season before, and Mark posted it because he knows
because there were so many fucking people.
Yes, and
like if there was 1 or 2 people around, you wouldn't post it. But it's
and it's not like the land isn't being used.
When you walk on your own property and you see 3 other hunters, it's like, all right,
it's ridiculous. I ran into the Brundles one day when I was hunting out there, and I know it was them. Because we ran into them at the old corner store.
Yeah,
and it was them. And
which I actually, coincidentally, I hunted the backside of that property just randomly.
Yeah.
You know that driving range that's on the top side?
Yep.
So where the driving range goes down to the bottom of it and the backside of Mark's Fields, that's not a lot of woods right in through there.
No.
So I was actually, I took a morning and I sat that in-between area between those 2.
But Mark posted it, and it's because he hunts it, his brother-in-law hunts it, his nephew hunts it. I won't go deer hunting because to me there's too many people that he's allowing to hunt back there. And I don't want to accidentally piss them off. I don't want to accidentally get in their way. I don't want to get, I don't want to ruin that. So I don't go deer hunting. But bear season, it's just me back there.
Yeah.
And there's fucking bears galore back there because it's a perfect spot. There's plenty of berries. There's plenty of clover. There's
Green
plenty
grass,
of,
yeah.
yes, everything.
Apples.
And they were just coming in when you couldn't.
A few oak trees around too. It would be real great if we could get permission to bear bait back there.
Yes, I'm praying she will agree. She's been very wishy-washy about it right now, and I'm just going to kind of bide my time. And
which, if you needed me to come over there and talk to her with you, if you think that would help, I'd do it. But
I don't think that would be the case.
Older at knife point. Hey, we're bear hunting.
We're fucking bear hunting. Yeah. I'm going to open up a path that kind of leads further up on that trail, kind of where we walked. Just not I'm going to open a path. It doesn't need to be a big, thick path, just a kind of pathway up in there. So that way you're not constantly getting smacked in the face with a bunch of brush everywhere you go. And then I'm actually going to open up below where that shack is. I'm actually going to open that up more because it's not all big stuff. It's all tiny stuff. And a lot of that was because a lot of it blew down years ago. Now stuff is starting to grow up in there again. But the deer, not the bear. The bears are going exactly where I want them to go.
Yeah.
Just not during the hours I want them to be there. But there's 3 bears hanging around back there last year. The deer are below. They're coming in below, and they're crossing and they're heading toward that field.
Yeah.
On that other piece of property that I can't go on. I'm going to show you
Is
a couple
that
of
property
other.
posted?
Yes, it is posted. It was posted 5 years ago. I don't know if the guy, because I'm pretty sure the guy's still alive who did that. And I think he posted it because he does shit back there when he comes up. Because he's not always there.
Right.
He's...
well, you also don't know. Maybe if you ask him, like, hey, like, I'm the next door neighbor's son.
Yeah.
And I hunt out back here. Would it be any big deal?
I'm going to do that.
If would it be any big deal if when you're not here, if you would mind me hunting back there? He might surprise you and say, yeah, go right.
I was actually gonna do that this year. I was gonna say, hey, when you guys aren't up, would you be okay if I went hunting back there? I literally spend a lot of time
I've literally been here since 1996.
Since 1996, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to goals this year, I mean, I just picked up this,
which is awesome.
This backpack camera mounting setup from Stagger. That's made for a GoPro and stuff like that. And well, the way you hunt is more apt for like a classic camera setup.
Yeah.
The way I hunt is more
big time.
I'm a lot more, let's fucking go and find the deer.
Yeah.
So if we get footage this year, you'll probably see a dichotomy of both. But this is what I'll be running this year, hopefully.
Yep.
I'm going to give it to you just so you can...
I'll fuck around with it and see how to
optimize what we're doing here. But the goal this year, I think it would be great to just get a couple kills on camera.
Get a couple kills on camera, yeah.
Maybe a turkey kill on camera. Dude, I was thinking about this the other day. That first turkey hunt me and you went on where we just happened to shoot a really nice tom.
Yes, that would have been so awesome.
Within the first 30 minutes we hunted together, it would have been perfect.
That was hysterical.
We do have footage of that, though, from my cell phone.
From your phone, yeah. And I have played it. On
what I think would be great is if we got, and what would carry the channel, would be a turkey kill, a bear kill, and a deer kill.
Yeah.
If we could get one of each of those, that would be fantastic. That might be asking way too much, because if we at least got 3 kills on camera, we could fill in the rest of our videos with just
whatever,
us being horrible at hunting. But
yes.
I got my knowledge, and I'm an okay hunter. The biggest thing is I put my time in.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is putting your time in. I don't care how good you fucking are. I don't care if you're a friggin' Benoit or a Labby or whatever you are. If you don't put your time in, you're not going to kill big deer or deer at all on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. You might figure it out completely different than me. There's more than one way to kill deer.
Yeah. That there is.
People don't have to hunt the way I hunt. I hunt the way I hunt because it's the way I find works for me, and it also keeps me interested.
Well, I'm very content with, hey, there's plenty of crossing right here. There's plenty of sign right here. I'm just going to sit my ass right there.
Which is perfectly fine. It's not the way I hunt. I say it's not the way I hunt. If I'm hunting through a piece of woods
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I come across this crazy crossing that's got a bunch of fresh deer sign.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'll sit there for an hour or two.
Because I remember 2 years ago when I went muzzleloader hunting with you.
Yeah.
I was like, there was that one spot where we kind of walked up in there, and I was just seeing I was like, I would literally sit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, there might be something over this next rise. Let's keep moving.
Yeah. But
And then we ended up killing a deer
yeah.
later that day together.
Later that day. I just knew how my brain would work. I'd be
Yeah.
like, I'd see all this sign. I saw those trails that we looked at. I'm like, I would literally sit right there.
I can't always tell you what I'm looking for, though. You know, there'll be some stuff where it's like, it might not make sense to you that I like it, but...
No, I completely understand the way that you hunt. I really do.
Yeah. And
it's also very you.
It's when I find what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I find what I'm looking for, and that's the spot. It's got to be a mixture of, you know, the terrain, the way the wind's working right now. Is there food close? How fresh is the sign that I've been seeing?
Yeah.
It's all of those factors.
This year can't be worse than last year.
I mean, it could be. I could kill nothing this year.
Although I didn't get anything last year, so I'm literally at ground zero.
Yeah.
You know, can only go up, right?
You should have gone out back with the 22 and shot a squirrel just to say you got something.
Just to say you got, yeah. I did see bobcat though. Out hunting
That's
when
pretty
when
crazy.
I was hunting bear.
I've never had that happen to me.
Yeah, he was on the pipeline.
I've never seen driving, I think maybe twice I've ever seen a bobcat.
They're pretty cool.
While I'm in the woods, I've never seen a bobcat.
I've had one yell at me.
Yeah.
They make a fucking racket. It just walked out, stood there for a second, and then just kept going. I was like, that was a fucking bobcat. Holy fuck.
Why New Hampshire hasn't opened up a season for them yet, I don't understand.
Out back of Marks, there's usually a few.
There's so many. Well, bobcat, for people that don't know, bobcat season has been closed for I don't know how long now. I don't ever recall there being a bobcat season while I've been alive.
No.
And it's closed to like regular hunting and trapping.
Yep.
And it's time for that to change because there's way too many of them, and they're hurting the populations of game birds and deer fawns and other things.
Yeah. You know what's the one thing that I actually kind of want to get this year? I really want to shoot a coy dog again.
That'd be cool.
I don't know why.
Have you shot one before?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Actually, it was where I shot my first bear. It was in that same exact spot.
Yeah.
But it was after a fawn that came out with its mother. And about like 5 minutes later, it came out. And I said, fuck you. And I shot it. And I got it skinned and its pelt done.
Perfect.
And I hang it up on if you watch my other channel, you'll see the pelt of it hanging up on the wall in the background.
I want to say I've seen that. Was that in your room at your parents' house for a while? I think I've seen it. Yeah.
So many fleas.
Really?
It was covered in fleas.
Oh, so it was a nasty dog too.
Yeah.
Fleas, but it didn't have mange, right?
No. Did not have mange. It had a nice pelt or a nice coat.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things I remember Mark was laughing because, you know, when we picked it up and everything, he's like, it took me 12 fucking years for me to get my first coy dog.
Yeah, coy dogs are not easy.
And he's like, it took you a year.
I would say, pound for pound, coy dogs / coyotes are the toughest thing to kill around here.
Yeah.
Because they're so smart.
They are very smart.
I've only killed 2.
Yeah. But I would love to get another one. Ever since they went after one of our dogs, I said, no, I don't like coy dogs at all anymore. I think 2026, we're going to have some new content, and very least some new content. And
yeah, we're going to streamline the way that we do things and figure out new ways of filming and
again,
hopefully be more that thing, and hopefully be more consistent with the podcast if we can be.
Yeah.
We both have real jobs in the real world, so if there's some gaps in when we podcast, it's because we have real world jobs.
Well, that's what happened, November in particular. It was just everything was just getting in the way. But I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Here's 2026.
Cheers.
Haha.